So what we're really talking about is we're talking about regional versus national accreditation. We want you to really grasp what you must know and ask prior to attending a type of college and selecting which type of accreditation best fits your standards. So let's go ahead and start with what you first must know. There are important factors to know and a few questions to consider prior to selecting which accrediting college to attend. First, there are two types of accreditation that you have to be aware of that exist among institutions of higher learning. One is known as institutional, and the other is specialized or programmatic. Institutional accreditation refers to the entire institution, meaning all parts of that institution are positively contributing to the overall objectives and mission. Specialized or programmatic accreditation refers to a specific program and its measured outcomes. In the U.S., higher education accreditation is voluntary and is granted through lengthy and arduous peer review processes driven by accrediting agencies. Often, while in the process of obtaining initial accreditation, educational institutions and programs spend several years in candidacy, a status granted to qualified applicants. The U.S. Department of Education does not accredit educational institutions or programs directly, but the Secretary of Education publishes a list of all recognized accrediting agencies that have been determined to be reliable through a review process as long and laborious as obtaining and maintaining accreditation itself. Although not mandatory, accreditation serves as a pass to institution and programmatic eligibility for Title IV federal student aid programs such as Pell Grants and direct loans, while guiding institutions and programs to meet certain quality standards and continuous improvement. The two types of institutional accrediting bodies are regional and national. Finding a school that is accredited by an agency recognized by the U.S. Department of Education is the first and most important step. There are 6 regional accrediting agencies that oversee different sections of the country. There are the Middle State Association of Colleges, New England Association of School and Colleges, North Central Association of Colleges and Schools, Northwest Association of Colleges and Colleges, or of Schools and Colleges, Southern Association of Colleges and Schools, and the last one is Western Association of Schools and Colleges. Unlike their regional counterparts, national accreditors are not bound to specific geographical areas, but rather evaluate certain types of higher learning institutions. For example, the Accrediting Bureau of Health Education Schools, also known as ABHES, is recognized by the U.S. Department of Education as an institution and specialized accreditor focusing in on healthcare education. So many national accredited colleges and universities focus on vocational or trade-focused educations, for example, nursing or medical assisting. The type of institutional accreditations does not play a role in determining the quality of education at a specific college or university. There are many examples of higher quality institutions and programs under both regional and national accreditations. However, lower quality providers with poor outcomes exist under both types of accreditations as well. So you need to really be careful that when you're searching for colleges, to look for that quality factor that exists, and it exists in both regional and national accrediting colleges. So the next thing we're going to talk about is what you must ask these colleges and yourself when looking for these types of universities and colleges. So the first question is, why are you attending a specific program? If the sole goal of your completing a program of study is an immediate entry into the workforce, then institution's accreditation source, whether national or regional, will likely not make much of a difference. That's assuming that you are comparing programs of similar costs and quality. If completing a specific program will serve as an educational ladder stepping stone to a higher degree, then transferability of the earned credits and or the academic and professional credentials must be considered. Each educational institution sets its own transfer of credit policies, and there's no guarantee that any earned credit would transfer. As a general trend, most national accredited colleges and universities accept credits and credentials for both regional and national accredited institutions. However, there are some regional accredited schools that do not transfer in academic credits earned at national accrediting institutions. To learn about transfer of credit policies to any specific higher education provided, please contact the institution's admissions and or registration department or refer to the school's academic catalog. The next question you need to ask is, what is the cost of the program? Public universities and community colleges are generally regionally accredited, and since these schools are heavily subsidized by the taxpayers, their tuition and fees can be significantly less than at most private, nationally accredited institutions. However, competition for admissions to public universities or community college could be much greater than a private institution. When evaluating the value of an educational program, one must consider the entire cost of attendance, also known as COA. Questions regarding COA should be directed to the institution's financial aid department. Among other factors that should be considered when evaluating the total value of a program are its acceptance and yield rates. In other words, how many qualified applicants receive admission offers and how many of these enroll into these programs of study. Conversely, how many qualified admissions applicants are denied or waitlisted. The opportunity cost of waiting year after year to enroll into a specific program could become significant, as the earning potential that follows being a program graduate is delayed further and further. This is really important to grasp the concept of opportunity cost. So many kids will wait year after year to get in some of these university and colleges because it's cheaper, when in fact by going to maybe a less competitive college with equal quality, you'll make a lot more money being a professional in the workplace. And over a 10-year span, we've seen significant results where students have chose to pay the higher tuition, have gotten into earning a higher salary because of their degree, and have earned far more money in that 10-year span than those people that waited, paid less for their education, and then obviously entered the professional workspace. The next question you need to ask is, what is the quality of the program? As previously discussed, programmatic accreditation is voluntary. However, accreditation often signals an educational program's higher level of commitment to excellence and higher quality. Therefore, attending a program that is a candidate for or has obtained programmatic accreditation is highly recommended. Some of specialized programmatic accreditations are like the American Medical Association. It accredits medical programs. The Accrediting Board of Engineering and Technology, it accredits engineering programs. Accreditation Commission of Education and Nursing, ASIN, formerly known as the National Nursing League, the NLN, which accredits nursing programs. Also, like one real popular one is like the American Bar Association, which accredits law programs. So finally, institutions of higher learning are required to publish statistics on outcomes of their educational programs. Graduations and retention rates, licensure examination pass rates, and employment placement rates are examples of published outcomes that may be found on the school's website or by contacting the admissions departments. Accreditation is indeed important and is a way to differentiate and select the institution and program that best meets one's educational and career goals. For more information about accrediting bodies in the U.S., I would highly advise that you visit the following links that we'll put in the notes. One of them is obviously the U.S. Department of Education. If you want to visit a nationally accredited agency's website known as ABHES, go to abhes.org. ASIN, which is an example of a specialty accrediting agency, you can go to acenursing.org. And then obviously CHEA, which is the Council of Higher Education Accreditation, or chea.org. We hope you enjoyed this quick overview of national versus regional accreditation. Hope this helps in your decision to choose the right college for you and advance your careers.